Hello, is this central? I'm so out of touch with YouTube, but I wanted to film this video for a while. I've actually tried to film this video like 3 times now, but I feel in a slightly better headspace today to film it, to update you on what the hell's been going on in my life. I'm literally filming this on a lunch break. Oh my god, just massive hair on my lunch. This is the current situation. Yes, I've got 3 slices of bread, 2 poached eggs. Look at this. I'm not good at many things, but a poached egg I am pretty darn good at, and 3 bits of bacon. So join me on my lunch break, get a drink, get a snack, have your dinner or lunch, whatever time of day it is you're watching this, and let's talk through the first topic of conversation, why I can't drive. So I feel like if you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you would have seen the story. But I feel like, again, this video just might make a bit more sense. I can update you. So you're gonna have to put up with me actually eating, because I can't edit YouTube videos at the moment. So, on the 12th of August, so literally a month ago today when I'm filming this, I forgot to take my epilepsy tablet in the morning, and prior to this I've been seizure free for like 10 years. Like, I generally forget I have epilepsy because like it doesn't really impact me on a day-to-day basis. So I drove to work as normal for absolutely fine. I did think, oh crap, I forgot to take my tablet. And normally doesn't really cause any issues because I take 2 tablets a day. I've been on it for like 10 years of my life. Like, 1 dose, obviously you're not meant to miss it, but if you miss 1 dose, it doesn't really impact anything. However, I'm watching TV with my mum that evening. I felt quite tired, I remember. And the next thing I remember happening is, like, I was watching the TV. Sorry for the dog in the background. Not my dog, a different dog. Yeah, I was watching TV and like all of a sudden, like I knew where I was, like I knew I was watching TV, but I just really couldn't concentrate on it. And then all of a sudden, I feel like I've woken up and mum's like, Kira, are you okay? And I was like, what's happened? And she's like, you've had a seizure. I was like, oh my God. And literally the first thing I thought was like, I'm not going to be able to drive because about 10 years ago, my brother had a seizure. He couldn't drive for a year. It's happened to like friends and family. So I thought if I ring up after a medication increase, they're obviously going to take my driving licence away. However, I called the doctors the next day and all of a sudden my throat starts getting really sore. Like, I took the day off work and everything just to like rest and whatever. And I don't know what came over me. I thought, let me just do a COVID test. Now, the COVID test I had was like really out of date. But I thought I'd do a COVID test and see. And lo and behold, I had COVID. And I remember after that seizure, it's never happened to me before, but like I felt really sick and like really hot. But I thought maybe it was like anxiety. But looking back, if I had COVID at the time, it's probably the high temperature that caused the seizure rather than like an epileptic reason. So obviously I called the doctor, explained everything that happened, and he said, look, he said, yes, I will increase your medication, but he goes, this will have implications with your driving. He said, I can't confirm that, you need to talk to a neurologist, but until we wait for that appointment, can you please not drive? I was like, okay, fine. So obviously I was off sick for a week with COVID anyway, and then I was still testing positive like 9-10 days later. So I worked from home for pretty much the following week after that. That was like 2 weeks no driving, but again, didn't really impact me. I wasn't seeing anyone anyway. And also to note, I used to drive to work like 4 days a week, so like I really need my car. Anyway, so yeah, the second week I was at home, I then get a call from the doctor, and he had got an email from the neurologist. Basically, they said a further appointment is not needed, but she needs to contact the DVLA, and that was kind of it. And I just felt really like disregarded. And I said, look, I don't know what forms I'm meant to send to DVLA. Can I please like have an appointment with the neurologist just to make sure there's nothing else going on? And he said, look, I will try your hardest, but he goes, I will warn you now, it looks like you're not going to be able to drive for a year. I'm like, okay. So I was obviously very upset. Yeah, so I've not driven since the 12th of August, which is wild to me. And I do miss it, even though I was not the most confident driver. Like I said, getting to work was so much easier. Like it was only like a half an hour drive, whereas now it's either 2 trains and about an hour round trip or like 50 minutes on a bus, and the bus doesn't go at the right time in the morning for me. I'm very lucky my mum doesn't work on a Wednesday because she drives me there and back on a Wednesday. But again, that takes like 2 hours out of her day as well. So it's always been a bit of a ball ache, really. So then we looked at the forms I was meant to fill in online, and essentially there was 2 different ones for seizure. There's one where the one I filled in was the like voluntary surrender your license one. And again, we phoned up DVLA, they said, look, just give us all the evidence you have. Like I printed off this email from the doctor or from the neurologist and the GP. We wrote down everything that happened. So we sent that to the DVLA. And then last week they sent a letter back to us saying they'd received the letter, so they received my licence and the form, but they need a doctor to say how long I can't drive for. Now I was under the impression it would be DVLA that makes that decision, but no, they need a doctor to provide evidence or to confirm how long the ban is for. But as I said, I'm waiting on a neurology appointment, and the last update I got from the doctors was that on the 3rd of September, he had contacted the neurologist again, chasing for an appointment, and they said they will see me, but I've got to wait for a letter for that appointment now. And today I called up my car insurance because obviously I'm not driving my car. My mum is insured on it, and I want to keep it running just so like the battery doesn't die and stuff. And also my like 2006 old banger Fiesta is actually ULEZ free, and my mum's diesel car is not ULEZ free, and my brother lives in London, so it's like a good car to have if we need to like drive around London. So again, that's the reason why I'm not going to get rid of it or anything. But obviously my car insurance, I'm the main policy holder, so I was thinking, what happens to that if I can't drive for a year? So I rung them up today, I did the big scary adult thing. And again, they said, look, until you know an exact date when you can drive again, like we can't really change your policy, or there's no point really changing it. And I said, is it okay because my mum's like a named secondary driver on it? And they said, yeah, it's fine for your mum to drive it. But like, again, once you know from the doctors, we can't change your policy. But they did already know my license got taken away. So I thought that was quite clever that the DVLA had already told my car insurance people. But I know when I started learning to drive, like, I just found like car insurance such a like minefield, but I cannot recommend Hastings Direct enough. Like they've been so helpful. Like their app is really easy to use. You can see like all your policy documents really easily. And again, whenever I have to call them up for anything, they sort everything out quite quickly. So, and they're definitely one of the cheapest I found. So yeah, Hastings Direct, would highly recommend. Not an ad or anything. So yeah, that's been my life for the past month. Literally. Sorry, I'm talking my mouth full. Yeah, so my life for the past month has been me trying to like do all the admin for the like losing a driving license. Like I had no idea how much admin goes into DVLA and like car insurance. It's just like so much. And my day job, I work as an administrator at university. We are now in September. It's like the busiest time of year as well. So I just feel like sometimes everything feels a lot. And I knew I could feel my mental health slipping. So I contacted my therapist who I was with for like just over a year. I stopped her sessions back in like June time, so I felt okay. So I contacted my therapist, a week went by, I didn't hear from her. And then she emailed me to say, oh, I've gone travelling. I was like, great. And she did say, look, I can refer you to someone else, but I feel like if you've been through therapy, you know what I mean. Like whenever you start with a new one, it's just exhausting, like explaining all your past and like previous trauma and stuff. I thought I literally don't have the energy to go through with my whole life story again. So for now, we're just navigating this on my own. Good days, bad days for sure. But some positives that have come out of the situation. So as I was saying before, because I used to drive to work 4 days a week and we were all allowed 1 day a week from home, as soon as I lost my license, I said to my manager, like, I'm not going to be online very much, like, I'm really upset. And she called me straight away. She goes, what's happened? And obviously explained I lost my license. And she said, look, I know public transport's quite expensive and like time consuming. So she said, I will let you do an additional day of working at home. So now I work from home Mondays and Thursdays, but my therapist now has appointments available on Tuesday evenings, which is with public transport. I don't think I'll make it home in time. So I'm going to try and, my work from home days are, oh my God, I'm getting so confused. Yes, I'm going to try and swap my day to a Tuesday and a Thursday, just so I'm at home like closer to the appointment time. So I need to actually ask my manager that this week. Then next week we actually start physical enrolment sessions. So I said with my job, I work at university, and this time of year when international students begin, we've got to check their visas and passports and stuff. I'm doing I'm doing quite a lot of travel next week. So I've got to be in Kent one of the days, and then on the Saturday I'm off to not Canterbury, Cambridge to see the girls' bathroom show, which I'm actually really excited for. Like, I've not done a little staycation since. I feel like I've not really seen my friends properly since Brighton Pride, like the beginning of August. I did go on a night out on the 31st of August, but I actually had to come home early because I was unwell, like not with a seizure, but I was just sick in a restaurant. Mainly, I think it was anxiety. So my friend very kindly drove me home. So yeah, I think the knock-on effect of where I was like literally at home for 2 weeks with COVID, like I've just got out of the routine of socialising, and I just find it like so draining now. I just get really anxious. But I said I am grateful now that I get 2 days a week from home. It helps me recharge. It helps me think about things. Yeah, so I said I saw my friends on the 31st briefly, and then last weekend my brother and his girlfriend came home for like the whole weekend, so it was like a whole weekend of kind of hosting, and we went out to Portsmouth for the day, which was really nice. Again, it was a good distraction. But this weekend I've got absolutely no plans, and I'm so excited just to have like a few days at home not doing anything. But then, as I said, the following weekend I will be in Cambridge for the girls' bathroom tour. If you don't know what the girls' bathroom is, it's a podcast hosted by Sophia and Cinzia, who are YouTubers as well. And me and my friend Matthew have like watched them. I listen to their podcast every week. Thought let's just do it. We wanted to do a London show originally, but then that sold out. So we'll just do Cambridge, make a weekend of it. And then as soon as we bought those tickets, there's like a second London show. But it's fine. So it'd be nice to do like a nice 24 hours away. But again, the public transport, I've actually got bus replacements that weekend, so I've got to get a bus, like, do I say where I get the bus to, or people have to work out where I live? I've got to get a bus to like Guildford or Woking, put it that way. Then a train to London, tube across London, then train to Cambridge. So I've got to be up basically at like work time on that Saturday, and then so next week I'm in work all week. Again, I've got to be up like at over, because before I'd wake up at like 6:30, chill in bed, then sort of leave the house just before 8. But now I've literally got to be up at 6, out of the house by 7, so I get the train on time. So that in itself is a big adjustment, and I feel so tired like most of the time. I don't even go to bed late. Like I always say to myself, like, I've got to be in bed by like 10, so I get like 6-7 hours in. But still, it's tiring. But it's a part of life. Like, I know it's only a year out of my life. If that's like the longest the license could be gone for. I've forgotten what I was saying now. So it's only a year out of my life. Hopefully it's a year that goes quickly, because that I am missing just the convenience and like the choice of driving. But autumn, winter is honestly like my favourite. Like I need to pick a pumpkin patch with my mum. I love bonfire night. I love Christmas. So I'm hoping the next few months ahead of me are good. Like, because last autumn, winter, I was not in the best place mentally either for like different reasons. So as I said, I actually started my current job now it was like the end of September last year, and it's definitely the job where I've had the most sort of responsibility and things to learn. And that was quite a big adjustment. I literally had a panic attack in the first week. Whereas this time, like now, a year later, people are like asking me questions about my role and stuff and like how to do things. I'm like, this is really weird. Obviously, I still feel anxious because there's just a lot going on, but I've not had a panic attack or anything. So that's an improvement, I want to say. And then I've got a couple of concerts as well. So I'm seeing Cat Burns in October, and then Griff in November, and I'm seeing Hairspray in October as well, which I'm really excited for. So I said, hopefully we're on the up now, but it's just a horrible like limbo period I'm at the moment where I don't know how long I can't drive for. But like literally I can't control it, so I just gotta roll with the punches and get on with it really. Although what I do love, now I work from home twice a week, my nan gives me a call every lunch break. So I phoned her just now before I made my lunch. I think it's just really nice talking to grandparents, because like my grandparents aren't on social media or anything, so I almost feel in a way, because they're like so far removed from my life and like my work and everything, like I can just have like a nice conversation with them, and everything just feels more simple when I'm around them. I don't even know if anyone else feels the same. I feel quite similar as well when I spend time with my younger brother. Again, because my younger brother is 8 now. So again, he's not on social media. He doesn't really know what I do for a job. So everything just feels simpler around those sorts of people. And I think I need that at the moment. So I do really value speaking to my nan twice a week on the phone. She normally rings at the weekend as well, but she talks to my mum then. So there's definitely like some little positives that come out of this time. But yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. I hope this makes a little bit more sense now, what's been going on. So yeah, in summary, had a seizure, can't drive. I don't know how long I can't drive for, waiting for a neurology appointment. My medication did get increased. I can't remember if I said that, but so many people online have been really helpful with that sort of thing. Like as I said, I knew a family friend who went through the same thing a couple of years ago. And just other people like through my social media have got in contact. Obviously I am trying to get back into social media. It does make me happy. But I'm also trying to be like mindful of, I don't want to be like really, really emotional on social media anymore. So yeah, and as I said, I am like in the busiest period of my career ever. So yeah, we'll just take each day as it comes. Like some days more anxiety inducing than others, but again, that is life. But if you've watched all the way to the end, thank you very much. Let me know how life is going for you. I'd be really interested. And as I said, I do miss YouTube, but unfortunately with iMovie, I used to love doing vlogs and that, but I can't like edit on iMovie and upload it to YouTube anymore. It just doesn't work on like mobile phones anyway. So I'll try and do like some sort of chatty video like every month, because I've been loving Tia Zanetti. She does like, she sits in the car and does like a life update, or like living at home in your 20s update, and I just feel like, you know, when you're just on the same wavelength as someone, like she's the only single friend. She doesn't drive at the moment, so I really like love her style of videos, and she just does this, sits down and chats. So maybe I could do a monthly like mukbang like this with like a Q&A or something. That might be an idea, I said, because when I work from home, it's just me in the house. I feel more confident talking to a camera. So yeah, maybe we'll do that going forward. But yeah, please like and subscribe. I'm going to finish my lunch now. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. They're always linked down below. And yeah, hopefully the next update will be a slightly happier one. And hopefully I'll know how long I can't drive for either. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.